All right, Save Tonight by Eagle Eye Cherry. Welcome to this easy guitar lesson. If you have any requests for easy guitar lessons that you'd like to see videos for, just leave it in the comments below and we'll try to get to most of the popular ones that are requested. This song is in the key of C major. It's 120 beats per minute and you only need to know 4 chords and sort of one strumming pattern. I have one strumming pattern that will get you through the entire song, but I also have a progressive list of 6 strumming patterns that will help you get to the exactly what's being played in the song that we'll get to later. We'll go over the super easy version of this so you can just play through the tune, and then stick around to the end of the video if you want to see the performance of it and the 4 or 5 a little bit more complicated strumming patterns that will get you in the ballpark of exactly what is going on the album as far as the strumming goes. All right, let's get into what chords are actually being used here. It's just an A minor, an F major, and if you need help with bar chords, go to guitarfam.com, create your complimentary account, and go through the first module of the bar chord masterclass. It's free for everyone. So F major, then a C major, and a G major. And if you remember, I said we're in the key of C major, so if you're using the number system for this song, it's going to be, the progression will be a 6, an A minor, here's the key of C major for you. An F would be a 4 chord, the C is the 1, and the G is the 5. And you can use any G you want. I'm using the 4-finger G on this one just because it sounds a little more modern pop, a little less traditional, so I like the way that one sounds. But you can totally use just the 3-finger version of it. So take some time, get this chord progression under your fingers, and if you have a chord that's bottlenecking you, like you're just not getting to in time, put some time playing just that one chord, you know, just getting it to where you can go right to it, and then put the chord that's right before it with it, so you can work on that change. But separate the challenge of the chord progression on its own first before even thinking about the strumming, because the strumming can get pretty involved here pretty quick. But we have an easy version of the strumming to make it a little more doable to just jump in and play along with the song. Now, the hard part about the song is it's a 16-note pattern at 120 beats per minute, which can be pretty fast. So that can be kind of intimidating if you're not used to doing 16-note strumming patterns yet. And by the way, I'm working on a course right now called the Strumming Doctor that you're going to want to stay aware of, and it's going to be coming out on guitarfam.com. If you're having trouble with your strumming or timing, it's definitely going to be something you want to go through. But for now, the only strumming pattern that you need to get through this entire song is just put an A minor on, and it's just down, 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 up. That's it. 1 and 2 and up. It's a 2-beat strumming pattern. 1 and 2 and so you have your 16 notes going here the entire time. 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a, right? And you have a 1 E and a 2 E and a. So the only upstroke you have is on the of 2. 1 E and a 2. And if you speed that up and just work on that on its own. But, you know, slow it way down. Slow it down to like 70 beats per minute. And slowly work your way up to speed. Make sure to stay relaxed as you speed things up, because as you speed things up, you're generally going to hold onto the pick tighter and tense up a little bit, and that's the last thing you want. So start slow. And stay relaxed, and I have this rotational movement like this. I'm not strumming from just my elbow like this. There's no way I would be able to keep up with a song if I did that. It's more like just like this. And I have really light grip on the pick, that way when it hits the strings, it just kind of glides through back and forth and can hit the strings and glide, hit the string and glide. So, and it's just like a kind of a pendulum here. Okay, so keep that in mind and just work on that strumming pattern. This strumming pattern will get you through the entire song. So down, 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 down. All right, so again, our progression is A minor, F, C, G. If that F is too tough for you right now, just use the little 3-finger version of an F. That's totally fine. So to get through that progression with your strumming pattern, all you have to do is do the strumming pattern once for each chord. So down, 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 up, an F, then a C, then a G. And that's really it. So take that, what you've worked on the chords and the strumming pattern by themselves, take that as slow as you need to. F, C, and literally that's the entire song. You can get through the entire thing just doing that over and over and over and over and over again. Now, it's good to know the layout or the format of the song. That way you can kind of match the dynamics to whatever part is coming up. So I'm going to walk you through that real quick. And then once you get that down, you're ready to go. You can play along with the song. If you want to stick around and learn the actual strumming pattern that is being used in the song, you can do that. And then there's a performance. I'll play through the entire jam track with this, which is available for you to download, just so you can get an idea of what it should feel like, sound like, look like, hear like, all that stuff. Hear like, is that a thing? Anyway, so let's go through the layout of this tune real quick. It starts off with the intro, and it's kind of at a moderate, quiet volume for 2 times through the progression. Then the full band comes in, you do the progression 2 more times. Then you go into the verse. Now, every time you have a verse, you're going to play through this chord progression 8 times, but you want to kind of bring the dynamics down to suit what's going on in the song. So just, you know, strum a little bit lighter, lighten the grip on your pick a little bit, and go play through that strumming pattern 8, or the progression 8 times. I won't sit here and make you listen to me play through that 8 times, but once you've played through it 8 times, it goes into the chorus, so you can ramp up your strumming a little bit, make it a little bit louder. And every time you play the chorus, you're going to play through this progression 4 times. So you have the intro with the band, first verse, first chorus, then you have verse 2, which is, again, it's just 8 times through the progression. Then you have chorus 2, another 4 times through the progression. The guitar solo is just 4 times through the progression, so you can treat that like another chorus. Now, verse 3 is where things change a little bit. Verse 3, you only play through the progression 4 times. I think I said every verse you play 8 times. That's not true. Verse 3 only does it 4 times, and then you move into chorus 3, which is just 4 times through the progression, and then you have a double chorus at the end, so I would say chorus 4, you have another 4 times through the progression. And the outro, which is just kind of vamp and a little bit more guitar soloing, is 12 times through the progression. But the main thing, since like you don't really stop playing this progression the entire time, all you really have to do is listen for the ebb and flow, for the volume and dynamics of the song, and you can follow it that way, or you can memorize the entire layout. All right, you can get through this entire song by just playing that. So if you want to see the performance, skip to the end of the video, last 3 minutes or so, and watch that. Or you can stick around. I'm going to go through 4 or 5 more strumming patterns here that will get you to the ultimate, the strumming pattern. And that's a little bit involved, so I wanted to kind of stack things in layers to help you get there and build some strumming skills for the song. It's a good opportunity. First off, the strumming pattern changes a little tiny bit. So number 2, if you have the PDF for this, the chord chart for this, it's the same thing for the A minor chord. Down, 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 up. Then for the F, same thing. C, same thing. But once you get to the G major, you have down, up, down, 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 up. So 1 E and 2 and up. 1 E and 2 and up. So strumming pattern number 2 from the top. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. And up to speed for you. Okay, so that's a little challenging. Slow down as much as you need to. The next layer of paint we're going to put on this strumming pattern is going to be to put some muted strums in here. So exact same strumming pattern as the last one, but we're going to have some muted strums. And the first thing you need to do to be able to get a strumming pattern like this down is just practice at your actual muted strums and get it to where your hand is hitting, your palm is hitting the strings right a millisecond or right as your pick is going through the string, so you get a nice kind of snare drum sound. So if you've never done this before, I would recommend just doing this for a while, for a few days or a few weeks. until you could consistently get that kind of smack snare drum sound in there. But it's the same strumming pattern as before, we just have to throw in a couple of muted strums. So on the A minor, it's the second downstroke you do. And on the F major, it's the first downstroke you do. For the C, there are no muted strums. And then for the G, the first downstroke you do is muted. And this is kind of a generalized strumming pattern for the entire song that fits the style right on. As far as the muted strums and, you know, the actual 16th and 8th notes like that. He changes it throughout the entire thing because it's more of a feel thing, but if you can play this, you'll have enough control to fit the style of the song. So okay, so slow that one way down. Be super deliberate and mechanical about it at first when you're getting this down. So okay, next level for this, exact same as the last one, but we're gonna add in a hammer-on for our A minor chord at the very beginning. So instead of just going, we're gonna go. And you'll recognize that from a song if you pull up the intro here. Right, so all you have to do is do it just like you normally would in the last strumming pattern that we did. You just go. That's the only difference. Everything else stays the same. So start off all open strings and then hammer on. And you want to isolate that. And then put it in the context of the strumming pattern. So and you'll start to notice like that sounds almost just like what's going on in the song. Now we have a couple of more kind of optional strumming patterns here. And really all I'm doing is putting a little bit of style with these. So let's take a look at the next one. The main thing here is to play the lower notes on beats 1 and 3, and then the higher strings on beats 2 and 4. So if you have, that's kind of beat 1, 1, and then for 2, and play the higher string. So, and that just gives a little bit extra dynamics to the strumming pattern. And do the same thing for the F. That's beat 3, beat 4. So that just gives a little bit of shape. Instead of this, I have. So do that throughout the entire progression. When you get to the C, and then you have the G, 1, 2, or that would be 3, 4. So that's, you end up with this kind of drum beat going on here, which makes strumming a lot more interesting than just. Okay, and the last version of this strumming pattern just puts accents on the 1, 2, 3, and 4 to give us that the really heavy kind of drum sound. Then all you have to do is dig in a little bit more on the numbers. And that'll give you the shape that you need to make this strumming pattern interesting. So I know that's a lot. This is supposed to be an easy song lesson. So don't forget, you can do just the first strumming pattern that we went over. But putting in the extra time on all the other strumming patterns that we went over makes it so much nicer. It's the difference between this and that. that. So give this performance a watch. I'll play through the entire thing, and you can see I don't stick to that exact same strumming pattern throughout the entire thing. If you can play the ultimate version, the last version of the strumming pattern that we went over, you'll be able to kind of ebb and flow and go along with the music. Make sure to come down on the verses a little bit, pick it up in the choruses and the guitar solo. And verse 3 comes way down, so you're palm muting a lot, just playing. So keep those things in mind as you work on this. This is a great tune for getting through these chords quick and working on 16th note strumming patterns. If you have any questions at all about this stuff, just contact us, support@guitarfam.com. Let us know what other easy songs lessons you'd like to see, and keep an eye out for the Strumming Doctor course that's coming up soon. See ya.
I could stay, but girl, you know I got to go.